invite you to please rise to your feet and help me welcome to the stage our next semi-finalist, Joseph James. It was 1 a.m. in the morning. I looked at my wife and I knew that this was going to be the last time before she passed away. And I reached across the bed and I said, babe, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I gave her a kiss and I said, good night. I said, you can go now. I put some worship music on her phone, laid it right beside her head, and I laid down in a bed right beside of her. Well, 4.5 hours later, I woke up. She was already gone. And I looked at the phone. I had worship music playing. And the song that it stopped on was about 30 minutes after I kissed her goodnight. And it said, you can rest now. That was the title of the song. And I just felt my whole world just coming down on me. I had just lost my dad 22 days prior. I didn't know what in the world to do. See, I didn't tell you earlier that when my dad died, he died my best friend. So I lost my best friend and then my other best friend that I had been married to, leaving me with 3 kids, 14 years of marriage. And I began to go on this journey, trying to find out who I was. And if you've ever been on any type of journey before, you're always destined to meet people, right? Well, I met 2 individuals. Those individuals impacted my life. One gentleman, it's not necessarily the one I wanted to be around all the time. I call him Buddy Bucketmouth. And Buddy Bucketmouth did nothing but it's just nonstop. Never was quiet. Facebook post after Facebook post after Facebook post was just nothing but just complaining and whining and just crying, just pouring out his emotional needs to everybody. You can definitely tell by talking to him that he had been through the hell in the hallway. And I got to know this guy and I'm just like, man, I want to help you, but you just don't seem like you can be helped. I'm thinking about all my coaching. I'm thinking about all the times that people shared things in my life, and I'm just like, man, I want to help you, but I just don't know that I can. I don't know if you're open. But time went on, and he kept sharing, and everybody kept on telling him the same thing. Man, you got to get past these things. Pain will destroy you if you let it. See, he was living as a victim and not a victor. Time went on, and I met another gentleman. I call him Joyful Joe. Everything about him was shining. Everything. It didn't matter what was going on. He can get into a car accident, have a tree fall on him, and he's just smiling. Ken, you should have been there. And no matter what happened to him, he was always smiling, always finding a way to encourage people, always finding a way to speak into people's lives. And you look at his life, he's like, man, how in the world can you still smile after all that you've been through? But you hear he's like, no, everything has a reason why. Those 2 people were the same person. That person was me. But when I came to that realization that I was both people, and at certain times I could be that complaining individual about my upbringing, about how my dad treated me. But on the flip side, I was joyful. I was trying to everything I could to pull out what was inside of me so I could not help myself. I was trying to help other people. People like yourselves. people like Oric that was destined to be aborted. People like Michael that we know next time the alarm goes off, we will check underneath the grocery cart. But let me tell you this. Both those individuals, me, had one thing in common, and that was pain. See, I believe that pain is life's greatest teacher. It's also life's biggest crutch. It can either be the story that holds us like glue, or it can launch us into our destiny. The choice is yours. So when you're going throughout life, and you've had the stories that you're up here telling, the job losses, being fired on purpose, the food stamps, the car accident, you do it from a place of pain. Because see, I believe that we can't touch what we cannot feel. And the reason why we go through life's painful process is so we can touch, we can empathize, we can minister, we can love. So when you're out there and you're writing that book, getting that picture taken, starting a new business, do it from a place of pain. I love you guys.